Annette. Good to talk to you. Of course, we're at the Rockingham Cafe doing memories of Rockingham Park and opinions as well. So, what are your thoughts of Rockingham Park?
Well, I'm really sorry that political people did not want to give us the casino bill. I think the town would have profited very well. And all those people that were used to going to Rockingham Park would still have a place to go.
Right.
Many of the elderly would go there daily and congregate with their friends.
That's
So that became a meeting place for them. I owned horses from 1988 till 1991 there. My daughter worked on the backside from all her teenage years. When she turned 18, she got her trader's license, and she still trains today. But of course, in New York, because there's no racing here, she was the first female trainer at Rockingham to have a dead heat win with two horses from her barn with two different owners. I actually worked in the grandstand for a short time myself. I worked for security for the backside, doing badges for all the horsemen. Two of my friends just finished up there after 40 years of employment.
And who would they be?
Stora Pepper, she worked there for over 40 years, and her husband Dave.
What did you think of Ed Callahan?
Didn't report directly to him, but indirectly. And I'd been friends with him for many years, as a horse owner, and with my daughter being a trainer there and stuff. Very personable man, always acknowledged the horsemen, employees that worked at the racetrack, very personable. Really nice person. I'm sure it was hard for him to make some of the decisions that he had to make. They had their own security, and they also had Salem police details there, during the day and in the evening. So you also got to know the local Salem police also, because they were there. They spent most of their time in the grandstand though, or outside, during racing.
Yeah, you had church there too? Or
Yes, they had a chapel. Chaplain Lee ran the chapel. She conducted services every Sunday morning for all the people on the backside. She helped some of the people that were in need of clothing, food. She helped them because she had like a little food bank where people would donate clothing to her, and she had it there at the chapel for anyone who was in need. Especially when we raced in the wintertime. That was hard on the people the grooms that lived on the backside. So she was always there to help them. They had their own ambulance, on track all the time. So if there was an emergency, they had paramedics there on duty. They had nurses on duty in the grandstand and for the backside, for the racetrack itself during racing.
I know they did special races and stuff like that.
Special races, yes.
That brought in the crowds.
Yes. I actually won one of those big races that was called the Roman Brothers Stakes Race with a little 3-year-old horse that I claimed named Turf Catcher. I happened to beat the best horse in New England in that race, which was, wonderful for us. Actually, the two best horses in New England we beat. We finished first. Race and Brace finished second, and Century Hill Lad finished third. And we were the underdog. We had never run in a stakes race. There was a little 3-year-old that I claimed for $5,000 there, and just consistently won with him
Right.
until, unfortunately, during another stakes race, the Henry Wajda, which was on the turf, he took a bad step and he shattered his knee.
And what do you think of Joe Farrell taking over a lot of the track? I don't know if he's got all of the real estate, but
Well, I think that's wonderful, but wished he would have considered revamping the racetrack.
right.
You know, I think the people of Salem would have liked that.
Right.